What's up? Welcome to a new episode of the FM podcast with
Fredy.
and Nicole. You were delayed on that.
Okay.
Okay. So, going into the show this week, we have a lot of topics, like 20, maybe 30, maybe 40, maybe 50. I don't know. We'll see how many. But I wanted to talk about first was the Grammy nominations for Best New Artist specifically. So Addison Rae and Alex Warren are both nominated for Best New Artist. There's been some debate on whether that's like a good selection of people. There was like a newer artist that came out. She had a few big songs. Olivia Dean. Allegedly, they're about Harry Styles because they were out seen together for a hot minute and then they weren't together anymore. So I don't know how long they had dated or had a situationship for, but yeah, allegedly those songs were about him. So shout out to him. And I just wanted to say about like the content creator stuff being nominated for a huge award, being obviously the Grammys is like the prestigious award for music artists. And Addison Rae's been making music for a minute, but Alex Warren had really came out and popped off this past year, especially with his song Ordinary. Like that song kind of started on TikTok, but then it was everywhere, all over the like every time you turn on the radio or any time you're in like a Marshalls or any type of store, grocery store, all you hear is "You're ordinary, that would you
Yeah,
lay me down to your daddy baby."
he that's the only song I know him from.
Yeah.
And that song was like a Instagram, TikTok trend. Everyone used that.
Mhm.
And he like kind of like overused it too in his like in his reels and stuff, as he should though, because it
Mhm.
was such a big trend.
Yeah. It was a
He
good
should
song.
capitalize on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good, but I think for me anyways,
Yeah. Too
it was too
played.
overplayed.
Mhm.
Way too overplayed. Like it was like okay. But I think Addison Rae. I haven't heard all of her songs or a lot of them, but from what I've heard, she's pretty good too. She's not a
Mhm.
bad artist. But Alex Warren, I haven't heard anything besides that one song. If I'm being honest.
He's had a few songs, but like I remember him a few years ago. He was in the Hype House. That was one of those content creator houses that kind of collapsed. But he was like dubbed as like the third party David Dobrik. Like he kind of
Yeah.
mimicked a lot of his style and like the way he talked. Like like the David Dobrik like talk laugh where he's like, oh, okay guys, so today on the episode we're gonna like that type of thing, right?
Yeah.
Like Alex kind of did the same thing, and people were like, oh, you're just like a third party David Dobrik, whatever. And then David Dobrik got canceled, so he kind of transitioned to music. But he was always singing, and he's kind of had like a difficult situation in his life. Like he lost both parents, and he's only I think 22, 23, 24, 25, like around that age. So to do that is really hard. And then he recently got married not too long ago to his long term girlfriend. So shouts to them. But congratulations to the Grammy nominations for everybody. And the
Yeah. I
Addison Rae
mean,
too, like Diet Pepsi is a banger. So
for Alex Warren, it must be crazy because I don't know if how his popularity was with his music before Ordinary, but after, everyone has been like kind of talking about him and like
mm-hmm.
using his audio. So for him, this must be like surreal from
Mm-hmm.
getting like from being like not known as much, I guess, to being like known a lot with the trend and the music, and now a Grammy nomination too.
Yeah.
Must be very surreal for him, and he should be proud of himself for that.
Yep. So shouts to
And
them both.
also, yeah, really quick. This quick topic, really quick, but it's kind of crazy how it was like. I don't know, like when it comes to like I know it's like a little shift in topic, but like when Michael Jackson and Justin Bieber they came up kind of like through doing like shows on. I mean Justin Bieber specifically was found out through YouTube, but he found out doing shows like on the TV and stuff. And now like
TV.
if you think, yeah, like after YouTube he was like showing a lot on the TV and stuff, and now like I feel like musicians are shown like are like found a lot through social media now. With Alex Warren and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, but
there's just a transition. You know what I mean? Like what I'm trying to say is I don't think there'll be another Michael Jackson or Justin Bieber type of celebrity where they just like you know. I think everyone just starts off through social media now.
Hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah, well, Michael Jackson was like his whole family was in music. He was like a musician since he was like 5 years old,
Yeah.
whatever it was. But keeping on the Grammy situation is there was uh, a significant person left out of the Grammys. That could be for a reason. Maybe they just didn't submit to the Grammys, but I'm sure that they did because The Weeknd had like one of the biggest albums of this past year, and also too like his last album as The Weeknd. Um, and like famously last year, because previously The Weeknd had kind of called out against the Grammys, saying that they're rigged, blah blah blah, and they had him come back and perform last year, like, hey, like we're welcoming back like our old friend, The Weeknd, and he performed a song, and then now for the following year you snubbed him again after again like he had one of the biggest albums of the year. It's crazy. So I'm wondering kind of what actually is going on behind the scenes, like because you do have to submit your album and whatnot, like you just don't get nominated. There's stuff that
Yeah.
goes behind the scenes, so maybe he just didn't submit the album, but if he did and he's snubbed, that's like a big issue, I feel like, and especially too after he kind of showed up again for them, got a lot of hype back into the Grammys because The Weeknd's a huge artist, and for them to not give him one single nomination is wild if that's true.
Yeah, I mean, The Weeknd's always killing it whenever he releases something. Abel, The Weeknd, whatever you want to call him. He's a great musician, and he's just always killing it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, I think he deserves at least a nomination.
Yeah. So that's the Grammys stuff. We'll see who wins. Swag is up for Album of the Year, so we'll see if Justin Bieber takes home some awards. That's all really I'm looking forward to is Justin Bieber side of it. Um, so yeah, we'll see what happens. So moving on to our next topic is also involving Justin Bieber for a minute is Kris Jenner's huge, gigantic 70th birthday bash. She's looking like 25 out there. Like she got that facelift not too long ago, and
Yo, I saw a picture of her, and she does not look 70, girl. She
no, she
looks
looks good.
younger.
Like
She looks good. Yeah, I don't know what surgery, or I don't know if she has surgery or whatever, but
yeah, she did. She admits to. She said
they
she
did a
got
good
work
job.
done. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
no, she looks good.
she never looked bad. Like she looked like a good like aged woman. Like she wasn't looking horrible. But when she got that face pulled back, like it took her back to like literally like 30, 40 years old. And I didn't realize how much she looks like Kim. Like she is Kim's twin with everything kind of put back into place how it was. Even like when she was younger too, like you didn't really notice it. I feel like it's much more noticeable now how much she looks like Kim than even back then. But she looked great. Every celebrity you know was there. She got serenaded and was dancing with Justin Bieber. Um, so there's a lot of kind of drama with the Biebers and the Kardashian family. Conspiracies, I should say, not drama, with kind of him kind of dating a bunch of people in the family allegedly, and then also too how
Allegedly.
there's a big conspiracy that he is Rain Distick's father, because back during that time when Courtney got pregnant with Rain,
He's who? Or
Rain
Rain?
Discus, one of the kids, um, they were kind of canoodling around, right? And then this kid is born, and the baby pictures are very similar to baby Justin Bieber, but she said it's Scott Disick's kid, so we're gonna go with that. And yeah, so that birthday party was a massive, massive party. Like I was scrolling through the pictures, and I'm like, literally every celebrity you know is like in at the party. I'm like, God damn. So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
crazy.
shouts to
And
her.
like, what are, honestly, I don't even know what these people are famous for. I mean, I know Kim is famous for, doing that, for being pretty and doing that, the leaks and stuff.
Movie.
But
No,
besides
but
that, yeah, like, I don't know what they really do. You know what I mean? Like, besides, you know, like, why do people
going.
care about them so much is what I'm trying to say.
I think Kris Jenner is one of the most like smartest woman in history. Like how where she came from and what she did to that family is insane. Like the smartest businesswoman like literally ever. She was a flight attendant back years ago. She was married to Robert Kardashian, who infamously was O.J. Simpson's lawyer. So there was a lot of notoriety. Then obviously that was one of the biggest cases at the time and even in history. And how O.J. got found non-guilty is beyond everyone in this world of how
Yeah,
he was
but
found
still,
non-guilty.
Like if
And
Donald Trump or someone is in a case, you're not like, oh, who's his lawyer? Like no one's like that. Like like
in a
this, no
case
one
like
really
that,
cares that
in
much.
that time, yes, that was really important. Because, again, how did he get off? That's the lawyer. How you got off on a case like that where everything was stacked against you and all this proof and you got off? You're saying, who is your lawyer? I want that guy. If he can get you off, if he got O.J. Simpson off, he can get anyone off because O.J.
Yeah.
Simpson did it. And there's proof, a massive amounts of proof that he did it and he got off. So, shouts to Robert Kardashian. But going back to Kris Jenner, she was a flight attendant, was married to Robert. They had gotten divorced. She then was married to Bruce Jenner at the time, was an Olympic runner. And Robert had passed away. And Bruce Jenner obviously transitioned to Caitlyn Jenner. So I saw actually a post like Kris Jenner literally was just a flight attendant they make okay money, right?
Yeah, like
Lost
60, probably 70,000.
Lost 2 husbands, passed away, and one is not her husband anymore, and he's a woman now. So lost 2 husbands, and every single one of her kids is a multi-millionaire, some billionaires. And she did that herself. She put them on, and she was the best mom ever. Even too, she's not a crazy woman. The love that she gives her kids is like any type of mom. There's nothing evil or anything in it. Yeah. She did get a cut because she was their manager, especially during the big days of Kim Kardashian, Khloe, and Kourtney when they had their TV shows. She would get deals cut to her, but now she's kind of doing her own thing. She doesn't need that, but she's very smart. There's alleged things that she was the one who kind of leaked a lot of things, kind of gave notes to the press about, hey, this is what happened. But if that's what it takes to make your family set for life, they're one of the most successful families, in history. So that's all shouts to Kris Jenner. So
yeah, all I'm saying is I'm not I don't see I know they're pretty, they're all pretty, but besides that, I don't see the appeal. I don't find them entertaining. I don't find them funny. They're not in my opinion, I don't see them as being what makes them famous. Justin Bieber's good at singing, right? And that's why he's famous. Jake Paul, he's good at Jake Paul, he's good at entertaining. The same as Logan Paul, that's why they're kind of famous, But them, I don't know what do they? They're just pretty, you know what I mean?
No, they're business owners.
No, they have shows and stuff, but I don't see the appeal. I don't know.
No, they have businesses. Their business, they all have successful businesses, so that's what they do. Kylie Jenner has one of the biggest makeup companies ever.
No, but isn't that after the fact they got famous? You know what I mean?
But it's still their job. That's what they did. They weren't just sitting around. They were doing stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Kim has Skims.
Yeah, actually, I know it's really random, but maybe Christmas present. I saw Skims. I'm always looking for underwear, but not underwear, boxers and briefs and stuff for
Is that underwear?
I see Skims have
Is that not underwear?
Briefs and stuff. What happened?
Briefs. Let me tell you again. Briefs are girl underwear. They're the short ones. So when you say I wear briefs, you're wearing granny panties, bro.
Or whatever. I don't.
Boxer briefs.
Boxer briefs. Yeah.
Yeah. Briefs are the ones that look like that girl underwear that's cut. So you can be going around saying I wear briefs. That's fine with me. So let everyone know that Fredy wears briefs.
Okay.
Yeah. So moving away from the Kardashians, I told Fredy I'm just gonna go through my topics because I have a lot. So I just want to bang through them. So Wicked for Good, the second part of Wicked is coming out 2 weeks, I think, next week or 2 weeks from today. And they had
I know you're excited about that.
Yeah, my mom was like, we gotta get tickets because last time we tried to get tickets and they had 2 seats left, 3 rows back at 11 p.m. and that movie was almost 3 hours long. She fell asleep, so I was fighting it, but it was difficult to go at 11 p.m. So, but she's like, we gotta get tickets now, so we're good and prepped. So they had their premiere last night, 2 nights ago, and Ariana's walking with Cynthia Erivo and that other actress, I forget her name, but she's in everything that she plays the, I can't think of it off the top of my head right now, but so they're walking down like the carpet, like waving to people, saying hi to the fans and whatnot on the side, and this man jumps over and kind of grabs Ariana, like not, he didn't harm her, but you don't go and touch people, yeah. And then Cynthia comes and she's like, get away from her, don't touch her, like she's fighting for her girl. Security is obviously bringing them up. Ariana looks shaken up, and there's multiple videos of this man doing this he jumped on stage at Katy Perry, went up to her, touched her, but people are like, oh, he's just trying to hug them and whatnot. But I'm going to bring up another point after this. You don't do that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Like, you need personal space. Like, if in public, if someone, like in New York City, if you just went up to someone and touched them, you would get clocked in the fucking head. Someone would fucking punch the shit out of you. So, like, well, you shouldn't be, there's personal space, and you shouldn't be touching people or and whatnot. Especially, like, if you're doing it to multiple celebrities. Like, if they caught him on camera, which I'm assuming they did.
Yeah, everything is on camera,
He should, I don't know, like, he should be, like, held against it. Like, something should be done, He can't just be doing this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like he did it to Weeknd at a concert. So people are like, why doesn't he have his face over when he's like kind of prosecuted? Like he's done this to multiple celebrities. But the point is, like, people are like, oh, he's just trying to hug them. He's not doing anything bad. But again, you don't touch people without consent and blah, blah, blah. But years ago, there was I don't know if you know her, because she was like an up and coming artist, Christina Grimmie. But she was at a meet and greet, meeting her fans, hugging everybody. One fan in particular hugged her and shot her, and she died. So ever since
she
then,
hugged the fan, and the fan shot her.
The fan killed her because he was so obsessed and whatnot, and he killed her in front of her other fans, in front of her brother was there. And ever since then, like, a lot of celebrities kind of called out for, be like, hey, like, fans and celebrity kind of need they need more boundaries, because I know you love me, I know you're obsessed, but situations can happen. Like, people have stalkers, because there's people out there that are obsessed, like, beyond means, like, that they watch every single move of these people.
I know. I'm like changing the subject slightly, but kind of saying the same. But there was a Twitch streamer. You probably haven't heard of her. Her name is Emiru, but her name in real life is Emily. But she went to TwitchCon. I'm sure you heard of that. And all of the female streamers said they didn't want to go to TwitchCon because they didn't feel safe. And she had a meet and greet, and TwitchCon said, like, she had to do the meet and greet. If not, they would cancel her show or whatever. So she had to do it. And during the meet and greet, I kid you not, it was caught on on a phone. Some guy, some big dude, grabbed her, and like you see the dude like grab her face and like bring her in, and he almost kissed her. And she came out afterwards and said, like, that's unacceptable and stuff. And it's just like the same as you said, like with the celebrities and stuff. Like, there's so many crazy people, and like sometimes people, like my sister, for example, my sister isn't like crazy, but like there's people who like idolize these celebrities or like look up to them or like them a lot, to the point where like they feel like they're friends with them, they feel like they're close with them, but you're not. The celebrity doesn't even know who you are. You might know everything about the celebrity or everything that's on the internet about the celebrity, but they have no idea who you are. So like don't go up to them like they're your friend, because that's a little bit like, if someone came up to me like, hey, be a little bit like, like weird, like whoa, like what's gonna happen, because you never know what might happen in this world. Everyone's different, everyone has a different personality, and yeah,
like, obviously being a girl and growing up with Justin Bieber, One Direction, all these, like, I felt the same way, but there's always boundaries. Like, that's a human being that we don't know each other. Like, I might know your favorite food, your favorite color, what your whole family's origin names are and stuff. But at the end of the day, like, Harry Styles does not know me. I don't know Harry Styles. As much as information I know of him, I don't know him. So, like, I can't go up to him on the street and be like, hey, man, like, what's up? Like, if he wants personal space, take your personal space. Like, say, like, whatever, I love your music, walk away. Like, that's it. So, yeah, like, the boundary thing is really, really big. But it's assault. If you touch someone and without consent, it's assault. So, security had kind of taken him away, and then he was running around. Like, he's a TikTok guy. He has like 8,000 followers, but he goes around and does this stupid stuff.
Yeah, no, that's also really I don't like that's really idiotic. People do anything for TikTok and like
Yeah.
just to get a little bit of fame or attention and stuff. It's just disgusting, to be honest.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go to the next topic, which involves Taylor Swift. I am stealing this from the Shane Dawson podcast, but I thought it was interesting because I didn't see it before, so I just wanted to talk about it and get your thoughts on it. So allegedly, this Taylor Swift conspiracy is every time that she releases an album, within recent years, is when the iPhone comes out every year or whatever, the colors coordinate. So this past year, the big iPhone color was orange. Taylor Swift's album's main color is orange. Folklore, there was like the dark color scheme, the gray, the black, the white. The Lover was like the pastel colors of the phones. I remember like they had like a yellow phone and a pink phone and a blue phone. So there's a photo out there. I'll put it up in editing. But so like that's like a real like this makes sense. Like it's not some BS like thing that someone kind of put together. Like it's like kind of like, ooh, this is like interesting. And also too, he talked about how iTunes on Twitter, now X, hadn't posted since 2019, I believe. So that's like 6 years. And up until recently, when her album came out, what was a month or two ago, they posted like a link to her album, put the album in their bio, made the profile picture, made the banner picture Taylor Swift's album, and literally looked like it was a Taylor Swift official page, but it was iTunes. And they only follow like Apple TV, whatever, and Taylor Swift. And it's like kind of like, what the hell? Like, why is this like a thing? So people are saying how like she's involved with Apple and how they move and how she moves. So that was just a conspiracy.
Maybe they help her get a little bit, fame because
add an extra streams in there. I don't know what they do.
Yeah,
So.
because
It's alleged.
I think overrated. But
all right, alleged.
Yeah. Yeah, and also the iPhone colors, the Max Pros or whatever, they're never like black or white. I feel like they're always like random, like orange. Like this year's orange. Like every year, it's like a different.
But
like,
they have the standards.
The Pros, no, the Pro
My
Max,
phone-
they never have black and white. They have
Yeah, they
silver
do.
this year.
They have like it's called like graphite, but it's black.
No, this year they have silver, orange, and blue. And I know this because I've been looking at the iPhone.
But my
I'm
phone
talking about
before,
the Max Pros.
I have a Max Pro and mine's gray, and it's called like
Okay.
tungsten, but it's gray. And there's like golden tungsten, and it's a little shinier. Like they just have weird names. Like, but sticking on the topic, kind of similar to Shane Dawson, is I'm subscribed to his Patreon, so he talks a lot about it on his Patreon. But he's coming out with a pilot. He did push it back. He was supposed to film this month, but pushed it back to December. And it's called Canceled. Kind of, he wrote it because obviously he was canceled, so it's kind of similarities of kind of how he went through his cancellation. It's about this 26-year-old girl who gets, I think he said it was the day before an award show, like the Oscars or whatever, and she gets canceled, and then it goes on from there. So I'm excited about the show. Obviously, it's a pilot, so it's one episode, and then he's going to see if it gets picked up by a network, Netflix or Amazon, whatever it may be. So I'm rooting for him. I know a lot of people had left his side, but this is the one YouTuber that I've watched from day one till today. Like, not his first video, but I'm saying, like, I never not stopped watching him. Like, there's YouTubers. Go ahead.
No, I was saying it's always interesting watching YouTubers, influencers, like, heading into the filmmaking space. They either flop on their head or they do amazing things. Like, I forgot their name, but the two brothers who made Talk to Me, they killed it. And Bring Her Back, amazing movies. I think Key and Peele, one of the guys from there, they made amazing movies, and I'm obviously interested in what he makes. I wonder if he's gonna make something epic or is it gonna flop on his head.
He's made a movie. Like, he's a filmmaker. Like, he's not, like, when he started, he did skits and stuff. Like, that was always his thing, to be a filmmaker.
I mean like is it gonna be like good? You know what I mean? Is what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say.
Um.
I know he tries, and I know like I'm not saying like he's not like a filmmaker, but I'm saying like in terms of quality and stuff, is it
Mhm.
there like for
Yeah,
storytelling
I'm
and
sure
stuff?
it'll be. He's made short films. Like everything's been good. It's definitely been like his kind of comedy. So not everyone agrees with it because his comedy is very out there. But like he's someone I supported since the first day I discovered him was probably in 2008, 2007. Like going back there.
Yeah,
Like I don't remember, but I
yeah,
remember like the first instance I kind of remember was he posted like a video about Justin Bieber, and he's like was making fun of him, but everyone did at the time. But it was like a skit. I'm like, I hate this man. I kind of hated watching him for a while. I'm like, after I'm like, no, like I like this guy. So,
yeah,
but yeah, he's the one true content creator, influencer, whatever you want to call it, that I've watched throughout. Like I'll get into little like long phases, like for years, and then I'll just stop watching for whatever reason and I'll get back into them and it keeps going. But his stuff throughout, since I started watching, I never not stopped watching.
yeah. I know, I know.
Um,
It's
so
always it's always fun because like when we're together, sometimes we watch YouTube, and
I
it's
just
like
put his
you
stuff
always put
on.
Shane Dawson or someone else, and it's like it's weird because like I
You're
don't
like,
watch
I don't
those
get
type of
it.
influencers. Yeah,
I'm
because I watch
laughing and
like
you're just like,
yeah, I'm just there enjoying the moment, but like the stuff I watch is like more like gaming and technology. I'm not very into like the big vlog things.
yeah, I love vlogs and whatnot. But even like his family, like his husband, his sister, like I kind of all involved in the whole family. But yeah, I'm excited for him. So shouts to him. It's probably not gonna come out for a while because I have to film it and obviously production and all the like post
Yeah.
production and whatnot. So we'll see. Um, so my next thing is Scream 7 trailer has come out, and I forget when it's coming out, but I think next year sometime. And there's a voice on the phone kind of giving hints like, oh, I'm back type of vibes. And people have been alluding to that Stu was going to come back and be a killer. And Stu infamously was the other killer with Billy in Scream 1, dating back from the 90s. And we never see Stu kind of get taken away. You know, if you don't see that, they're still alive. You got to see the body being buried to
Yeah.
know. Even then, you still don't know if they're dead.
I remember you are into movies, like you watch movies way more than I do, and I know you watch every single Scream, every single like
Everything.
series, like pretty much. And it's always funny because I always enjoy watching movies with you and stuff, but like it's funny because when we're in the movie theater and I'm like, do you think he's the killer? And you're like, no, it's him. And you're always right. You're always right. You're like, it's funny.
Because there's
But
things you have to listen, you have to see.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
little hints. Even I
I'm interested
remember,
in watching this movie too.
not Scream, but you remember Blink Twice? I'm like, I know the whole plot. It's in this one
Yeah,
scene.
and it
And
was like the
then
first 10 minutes, and
I whispered to you, and you're like, tell me. I'm like, no, I'll tell you after, and then I'll tell you how it all unraveled in that scene. And
yeah, I'm
afterward,
like,
I was
okay,
movie, like,
girl.
you want to know now? Because I didn't want to give it away to you. And I told you, I'm like, this
Yeah,
little
okay.
word he said like bus, and the bus was dating back 50 years ago, and this is what happened. Like, whatever it was. I'm like, you have to
Yeah,
listen
I'm
to
just like,
things.
all right, girl.
But it was true. Like in Blink Twice, I told you like this is the scene where
Spoiler.
everything is released. I'm not gonna tell him what happened because I don't even remember
Oh, okay.
verbatim. But um, it was with Channing Tatum's storyline and what was actually going on in this one scene. I told him like everything is just released right there
Yeah.
in those 2 sentences. They're just like tell me. I'm like no, I'll tell you later. So, but yeah, I'm excited for that. We'll see if Stu comes back, and yeah. So moving on to, I guess we'll go to Jake Paul's Sora videos. Weeks ago, or when Sora came out, maybe a couple months ago. I'm like, what the hell is this, right? I see Jake Paul, and he's like, hey guys, like I'm putting on my makeup, I got my purse. I'm like, what?
There's
But
so many
like,
videos.
they were like funny, but I'm like, what the hell? Like, who's doing this, right? And
Yeah.
allegedly, I feel like he may be lying, but we never know. Allegedly, so I'm gonna say, is Jake Paul's behind the Sora videos. Like he's like, I'm the one doing this. Like I'm the one making all these fruity videos of me wearing
No.
makeup,
What?
wearing high heels and whatnot.
Yeah. So I follow him on Twitter. So basically, what happened? Sora, obviously, as you know, is a new AI thing
Hmm.
that came out, and when it came out, it did all they made all those videos and stuff. It wasn't just them; it was like obviously like fans and stuff and people who were just interested in it. And Jake Paul came out and saying he's an investor in it,
Mm-hmm.
so he let them use his face obviously because he's like more famous.
Mm-hmm.
They let him use his face to like like kind of like put a bunch of videos out there to kind of like get the notice of it, and it worked. It worked, and I don't know if you know Source. They have their own. I don't know if it's Source specifically, but they have their own app.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of weird. Like I don't know. It's basically TikTok, but it's all AI content. It's weird.
Yeah. I made some stuff with the Giants that were funny because I was seeing Giant stuff, and I sent them to my
No.
brothers. And there's like a lot of ones that are like they take like a figure in history and put them like winning the Super Bowl or World Series and whatnot.
Oh my god, that's so
And
funny. It's
I saw
funny
one
'cause
of Helen Keller. It was, oh my god.
That's funny because you're into football, so you watch that type of stuff. Of me, it would be like Abraham Lincoln versus like Benjamin Franklin in the UFC or boxing. It's just funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was one that I thought, it could be insensitive. So, but it was one of Helen Keller, like her career in the NBA. And infamously, Helen Keller, she couldn't speak or anything. So it was offensive to some people.
Yeah.
Did I think it was offensive? I don't know. I'm not going to give you my answer. But allegedly,
Okay.
I watched the video. So that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was saying, like, I don't know if he's, like, I don't think the idea of him, like, hey, make me gay or whatever, like, I don't know if that was his idea. I don't know. I could give credit to him or the Sora people, but whatever it is. So
No, to be fair though, it's kind of scary. The Sora videos, they kind of look like they look more real than fake. If I'm being honest, like obviously if you're looking for it, you can see it's fake. But if you're like an older person and you're looking at it, you're like, what the hell? And
I
like
like the baby ones.
You like the baby ones?
Like where it's like, doctor, put me back in. I hate the world. And they're like running around the hospital.
No, like all that stuff is weird because you can like with AI now, it's like, I haven't really looked into it, but I'm sure there's, like some people doing some freaky stuff with it, if I'm being honest. And I hope they're not like, with CP and stuff. And I just hope that's not the case.
No, they're not going to let you do that. Like there's things, specifications you can't do stuff like that. Or even like use certain words where it's like, oh, this is against our guidelines and whatnot with trademark and copyright people. So yeah, that's not going to be a thing. I guess like with those like big platforms are not going to
more
have
sensitive. The big platforms. But who's to say like other sites, but whatever.
Yeah. So keeping on with the creator trend is MrBeast had came out or is coming out. It's not open yet. It's opening soon, this weekend or something like that.
I actually saw a video of someone touring it, so I think it is open. I think I
don't think it's open to. It might be not open to the public fully yet, but yeah, his theme park in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, he made a deal with the Saudis.
Yeah, I got pricing for it. It was in like UK, like pounds, but
in euros.
It's probably like the price ranges depending on what type of ticket you get is $7 to $70. So if you're comparing to Disney World, Universal, it is cheaper. But what kind of experience are you getting at that place if you're not a MrBeast fan?
I don't think you compare that to Disney World. Like, no offense, like MrBeast can do the best job he can. Disney World is like.
Well, I'm saying like Disney World to have fun, you don't have to.
So long.
Yeah. No, but you don't have to be a Disney fan to enjoy Disney World, or all that stuff. Like MrBeast Land, whatever it's called, like it's catered to his games and like particular things that he has done in the past. I'm sure it's gonna be fun, but to market other people besides fans, I don't know. And also too, in Saudi Arabia, when a lot of your platform is catered to kids or younger generation. Like, how the hell are they getting into Saudi Arabia? First, it's not a great place to be, and two, it's like 8,000 hours away.
Saudi Arabia is, I heard, is a great place to be. Actually,
no, it's dangerous.
And, no,
especially
heard
for
one of the
women.
Safest spots in the world.
Saudi Arabia.
That's what I heard. I've never been there, so yeah, but I heard, but yeah, he made a deal with the Saudis. Everyone's upset about him because he's like, oh, why don't you put it in America? Because he's American.
Mm-hmm.
But he obviously came out with the more like a PR statement saying, oh, I have fans all over the world. But the reality fact is Turkey, the guy that's been making deals with everybody made a deal with him. I'm pretty sure made a deal with him and gave him money or gave him a plot of land to do that, and maybe he gets a cut of it, or I don't know. But another thing, maybe I'm just a hater, but I think MrBeast like logo, like the tiger with the, or whatever, the tiger with the like lightning bolt, like the blue and red. I think it's so like cheesy. Like I do not like it. I like cause I saw that the theme park, the entrance is that, and I'm just like, that looks so cheesy to me.
Well,
I
that's
don't
his
know.
thing for day one. That
Yeah,
little
for like kids
tiger
and
thing.
stuff.
No, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see when more people post stuff about it. But everything he does kind of works out. Like his show is cool. Like I enjoyed his show. So doing this new venture, I'm sure he'll do just fine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
going to our next topic. The penny is officially over. R.I.P. to the penny. Its
Pennywise?
last creation was just a couple days ago. The last printed penny in the world.
Okay.
So,
Question.
well, U.S. whatever. Go ahead.
Question. I have a lot of pennies. I have a lot of coins.
Yeah, it could be worth extra now.
Would I be able to, like, you know, when you put the coins in the machine and they give you like X amount, whatever, like the coins you put in is worth $30 or whatever. You know what I mean? Does that still work with pennies?
Well,
Since
they're still going to be
they're
in
not
circulation. Like, there's still
alright,
a billion pennies out there, whatever it is.
Alright, so cool.
But
For
they're
our
not
audience,
making
if you have
anymore.
A billion pennies. If you have a billion pennies, you could be a billionaire.
No. Okay.
Okay.
That's not a billion. A billion pennies is not $1 billion.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh my god.
I don't know how much it's on, but it's a lot.
No, but yeah, cause like the penny is costs more to make than it's worth. So it's like,
Yeah,
why are
yeah,
you
yeah.
wasting that money?
Yeah,
Especially when
and
we're in
honestly-
trillion dollars of debt.
And a penny, like, what is a penny gonna do? You know, like, you know, if you have a penny, you're like, oh, okay, you know, I have a penny. You know, you're not like, oh, like, what
But
can
even-
you know, you can't do it. It's
Even
change,
like
pocket
change is like kind of going out. Like over time, it's just gonna stop. Obviously, producing the change because like no one like everything's moving to credit cards and online payments, and whatnot. But yeah, I wonder like how long it's gonna take until like the last penny is used. Like I don't think in our lifetime, or maybe like when we're really old, because there's so
No,
many
I have
pennies
like
out
a
there.
Bunch of pennies.
Yeah, so like the last one that's ever in like use, like I don't know, that may like never ever happen. We'll see, but it is interesting to see Abe still on the $5 bill, but Abe is no longer on that penny. That gold, not gold, copper little thing. That's not even made out of copper anymore because copper is too expensive or something.
You all know what's funny? I heard a conversation about this, and I just want to talk about it really quick. You think like, because obviously all the founding fathers were around at the same time. Do you think they like kind of like talked? They're like, yo, who's gonna be on the $100 bill? And Benjamin Franklin was like, it's gotta be me.
He's not a founding
You know what I mean?
father.
Like, or whatever.
Or president,
you know, like
whatever.
these people, they're in the like
They all have significance.
No,
Except
I know.
I don't know
but
what
I'm
Andrew
saying-
Jackson did or something. I
What
don't
I'm
remember
trying
what
to
he did.
say is, do you think they had a say in what
No,
And
they
what,
have like the currency people, whatever. Like they decide like any type of figure, or they'll print like certain like quarters or whatever. They'll put like a person on the back, like of significance to this country. Obviously, George Washington, first president. Abe Lincoln, abolished slavery. Ben Franklin, was it electric?
Benjamin Franklin was electrocuted. That's it.
Thomas Jefferson, was the found like all those things, like all these people like were significant to the
Yeah.
country, the Constitution
Yeah,
and whatnot.
yeah.
So Constitution, just history of the country. Americans was electrocuted. That's his thing. No,
Yeah.
but yeah, like I'm just wondering when it's the last penny is gonna be seen on Earth.
Nah, it's gonna
So.
be there forever. What do you mean, bro? Unless like
We'll
the Earth
see.
is destroyed or something, it's gonna be there forever.
Let's see. But shouts to the penny. R.I.P. We will miss you. So keep all your pennies, people, because they can be worth hundreds of dollars.
They're not.
There's pennies and change out there that's worth mad money, bro. Like a special print or a misprint and all this stuff. Like you gotta look into it. Remember that quarter I found? Like this is a cool looking quarter, and it was worth like $15. when you try to steal
I
it.
I have a $2 bill, and
Yep.
I
I have like 5 of
I
those,
saved it.
bro. You're not cool.
I have it there. It's scarce. I think it's cool. I never used it.
No, but yeah. So moving on. I'm skipping that topic because I don't really care about it. Um, so I got 2 more, and then we're gonna combine the last 2 together. Um, so Vine is coming back. My favorite platform behind YouTube. Let's say that. But my favorite platform ever created was Vine, behind YouTube again. And they're coming out with a new one called Divine. I think that's stupid.
Yeah, it should
Vine
just be
was
Vine
dead.
again, but
It shouldn't come back. It was dead. R.I.P. It doesn't come back to life. It's not Ghost. If you're buried, you're buried. Okay.
Vine is like it's not. I don't think it's gonna work out. If they're gonna keep the same 6 second format, I don't think it's gonna work out because people just watch reels. You know what I mean? And reels can be 6 seconds or longer. And if they make it so it's if it's like Instagram Reels or TikTok, then what's the like? You're not gonna like you're coming into a market that's already saturated. You know what I mean? Like everyone's already using Instagram Reels or everyone's
Well,
already
I
using
don't.
TikTok. What's
Well, Vine was obviously the starter of the short content,
it was?
and it
Yeah,
was
6 seconds.
it. I think it allowed people to. It was hard to make a good video in 6 seconds, so it
Yeah,
really
no,
kind of
I
forced people to really be creative. And now, like I feel like with Reels, people watch it for 6 seconds and they skip anyways. So
yeah.
I don't know. Do I think it's necessary for it to come back? No, but they're apparently bringing back like over 100,000 past videos, and then you can create new videos. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean that's cool though. We'll see what happens to it. Like what happens of it. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So that should be coming out soon. We'll see how it does and how it works and blah 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 blah. But it's like partnering with Twitter or something like that. Um. So moving quickly, we have came out yesterday that Zayn Malik was back in One Direction. Not literally, but with the business side of things. Obviously, he left 10 years ago and he kind of was pulled apart from everything. Like he wasn't a part of the name and all that stuff. But there was an update to a file from their business PPM. So fans were excited, like, oh, like he's officially back on One Direction. Like they're not doing a reunion and whatnot especially after what happened. They all kind of said like that's not on the radar anytime soon or it will ever be because of just what happened was just too horrible for them to kind of come together again and do something like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but it came out today that it was just an update to his address. Everybody is not a part of that business anymore because it terminated when One Direction finished. So Zayn left in 2015. He was officially off the business. And when One Direction went on their hiatus, all the other members the following year, they were all terminated off the contract or whatever it was. So fans were like, oh, like it's finally back, like just to be like, hey, Zayn Malik is in One Direction again because he was obviously removed from that. But literally, it was just an update to his file and his address. So fans got excited for nothing. But even just like the thought of it for him to be back in there, even though we know like nothing's coming of it, but just the thought, it's like, oh, like they're kind of reuniting, they're working on things together. And again, especially after what happened with Liam, like there's sources out there that said that they have gotten very close since then. And also him and Louis are creating a Netflix docu-series, which is going to be cool to see. They haven't really spoken in 10 years since Zayn had left and then kind of rekindled after Liam Payne's passing last year. And that's kind of good to see because they were best friends, and it kind of hurt as a fan to see, like, what do you mean, like, Zayn and Louis hate each other? Like, there was some intense stuff that was out there. And just stupid drama, too. Like, it didn't have to happen the way it happened. And for them to not talk for 10 years, and then that's what it took for them to reunite is it's just a bittersweet situation.
Yeah, it's like you said, bittersweet. Like it shouldn't.
Have
Honestly,
taken
it
that
shouldn't have taken
to
that long, to
reunite.
be honest. Because they all work together to kind of be like kind of. I know they're all good musicians in their own right.
Mm-hmm.
They like without each other, without One Direction being a thing,
Mm-hmm.
maybe they wouldn't have. Oh, I don't think they would have like gotten as much fame and be where they are. You
No,
know what
like
I mean? So
if
I
one
think
member
like
wasn't in that band, it's not as successful.
if I was like that, but that was me and I had 6 other guys that like we worked together. I would always like, maybe if we don't talk as much, maybe like, every once in a while message him like, hey, what's up? You
Mm-hmm.
doing good? If we're both doing music, maybe we can do a collab, stuff like that, like I don't know. I never understood why like they just like left like that, you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Well, no, like they talk, like they don't make things public. Like they're still friends, but like it just they don't. Everything doesn't have to be public. But there was like Zayn and Louis were extremely, extremely close in the band, and there was a little Twitter fight, a Twitter feud that kind of ended that, which was so stupid. And it was very intense for us One Direction fans to see that, to wake up and Zayn calling Louis the B word on Twitter was very interesting to see at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, shouts to their reconnection. I'm very, very happy that they're kind of reuniting and they're talking things out. Louis was on a big podcast not too long ago and kind of aired a bunch of stuff out, and it's good to see him. He's always been like the one fans went to for like a real answer. Like he didn't BS things. Like if there's something he couldn't say, like he kind of, his body language is kind of alluding to fans like, hey, like this is the actual truth. So he's always been someone that fans kind of looked up to for that, to look for the truth and things. Like he just didn't give you a stupid answer or whatever to kind of get bypass the question. So, but sticking with him, he's coming out with a new album and he's doing like a press run for it. And they had asked him a question kind of along the lines of, I'm just like paraphrasing, of celebrities and social issues and topics and whether they should always kind of give answers to fans and whatnot. And he was like, I understand where the fans are coming from, because if there's like a big issue going on, like obviously he's not from here, but a particular celebrity like about Donald Trump, like people hammer celebrities to say like, tell us that you don't support Donald Trump and whatnot. But at the end of the day, like they're humans. Like he was basically like, I understand like where they're coming from, but like I don't really want to talk about that. Like I'm a musician. Like if there's something really important that I feel like I want to say something about, I'll say it. But if it's not involving me or my music or whatnot, like I feel like I don't have to say anything. Unless again, like it's a really important issue to me and I want to say it, but like I want to keep politics and all those stuff out of the music. Like I'm human too. Like I have my own opinions on things, and whether you agree with one side, the other's gonna be mad, and vice versa. So there's no kind of good coming out of it.
Yeah, no
Especially a
matter
lot
what,
of
you're gonna
too
get hate,
like
you said.
a lot of issues came with like the Palestine and Israel. Like people are like, I support Israel, and then people support Palestine. Like you're a disgusting human being, and vice versa. Like you're never gonna get a good reaction. And with celebrities, like I understand like where he's coming from, and I don't think celebrities always have to say like show support over something. Like if they want to keep it personal, keep it within their lives, like that's all cool. Go to protests if you want to. Like if you want to show face, that's cool, but you don't have to be out there on Instagram, on Twitter. Like it's important that you have a voice, but if it's not real to you, and like you don't have to kind of be going out there hollering out there about it. So
Yeah,
that's kind of what he kind of said along the lines
I
of.
agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah. So I miss One Direction every single day. I love them every single day. It was a great part of my life, and I'm always going to support all of them individually. If they ever did come back together for whatever reason, I would respect it. If they don't come back, I respect it. So, shouts to them. And my last topic of the day is there's more tea coming out about Mr. Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. Obviously, there's been photographic proof. There's been emails, there's been letters, there's been photocopies of everything. We know you were there, Mr. Donald Trump. So just say it. Like, stop denying the truth. We know that you lie about everything, but there's proof. We don't care if you're there, if you're not there, just say that you were there, okay? It happened years ago. We already know that you're not a great human being, right? You've done a lot of scandalous things. You said a lot of scandalous things. Like, we know the type of man you are and how you kind of think about women, right? We know that you did something, and there's proof, okay? And there was like a notice, like an email that sent like, oh, the one who doesn't bark, and there was, he was saying it was Donald Trump, kind of like saying he's doing all these actions and whatnot, but he ain't saying nothing. Like he ain't, he's pretending that he's not there. But
Yeah,
You shouldn't have taken the
like
photos 30 years ago.
I would like to discuss with you about this
Yeah.
too. I also saw the emails, and the reason why I'm looking here, I have a name here.
Mm-hmm.
So the email you're talking about, referring to, I saw like, because recently the government came back online again, and like there was whole dispute with the Democrats and Republicans, and they're like, it's so annoying because like they're like fighting each other like they're on opposing sides when, at the end of the day we're one nation and we should be unified. And obviously the Republicans, I guess, like got the vote they wanted, and so they were like kind of talking down on the Democrats, and people are saying that the Democrats are like releasing these emails to kind of like show Donald Trump being as the bad guy, because in the email, this email was released before. The person who and the person was named. The person's
Mm-hmm.
name was Virginia Guffrey. She passed away a while ago. I don't know from what, but she said she hasn't witnessed Trump doing any wrongdoing, and they just re-put the email and put her name as redacted. So
Mm-hmm.
like, this is what I heard from the internet and stuff. I'm not 100% sure, obviously, allegedly, but whether or not he was doing weird things with the girls or whatever, or was not, I think the easiest way to know is if you just release the files. You know what I mean? Like
But he
I
won't.
still I know I don't
That's the
get it,
thing.
and a lot of people can like have conspiracies that like all these like a lot of people have conspiracies that like the Democrats have people on their side that like are in the files, and the Republicans have people on
Yeah,
their side that are in
everyone's
the
in
files,
there.
and other countries have the pictures and stuff. So that's why Joe
Everyone's there.
Biden hasn't released it. That's why Donald Trump hasn't released it, because everyone is like, you know, in fault. And I don't know if that's true or not, but
Yeah, it is.
it is weird that they haven't released it. You know what I mean? I don't see what's the issue. And at this point, like waiting this long, if it is released and people don't see the names they want to see, they're gonna be like, oh, they erased his name. You know what I mean? Like people are just gonna like want to see that person's name on the files. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everyone in Hollywood that was big at that time is on the list, whether they did something wrong or not. Like, you could just be going, I'm going to go to Jeffrey Epstein's party. I heard these parties are crazy. They're there one night, they're there for 8 hours, they go home, right? Nothing else comes
Yeah.
of it. But then there's these figures, these now political figures, and even with the, in England, the princes and all this stuff, being really real freaks, right? And they've done stuff with the girls and whatnot. And obviously Ghislaine, I don't even know. I call her Ghislaine. I don't even know if that's the correct pronunciation. But
Okay.
obviously she was in cohorts with Jeffrey over the last years, and she's sent into prison for I think 20 years, 20 plus years. So, but like I'm saying, like if there's pictures of you with it, like there's proof of that was your boy. You can't say you didn't know what was going on or you weren't there. Like
No.
there's pictures of you there, bro. Like you did stuff, and there's emails coming from Jeffrey sending to people. Donald Trump was with victim, blah 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 blah. Right? It's
Yeah.
it's
I
the
think
names crossed out and
I
stuff.
think Donald Trump said that they weren't best friends and they were friends, but they have pictures together, and he said that like once he saw like
Letters.
he felt like he was a weirdo, so he just like distanced himself. Regardless, whatever happened or whatever he thinks, whatever happened in the past, I don't know why they just don't release the files. That's like boom, I wasn't in
Mhm.
it. Here's the files. Stop
Yeah.
bothering me. You know
That's
what I
all you
mean?
have
Like
to
I don't
say.
see
But he
what's the
won't.
issue. You know what I mean?
So that's there
Yeah.
lies the issue, that he is lying. If you didn't have any part in it, show proof. So that's all we have to say. Like, Donald Trump, just come out already, bro.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
okay. We know the truth. It's okay.
maybe we're gonna see the files like in 30 years
I'm
once
gonna
all
say,
of them
like,
like pass away and stuff. They're
on
gonna be
his
like, look, guys.
deathbed, he's gonna be writing a letter confessing to all his sins, and then he passes away, and then we have this letter of all his sins, and he's like, I did it. Like, I feel like that's what OJ's gonna do. Well, no, OJ's not here anymore. He didn't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to OJ, not really. But there should be a letter. You have to find it, okay? But
Yeah.
no, but just It's not okay. Obviously, it's not okay with what you did, but just say it already, okay, bro? So
Yeah.
those are all my topics. What is that? Oh, it's my phone. I'm like, there's like a blue thing. So you can move on to your topics, your couple topics.
Yeah. So mine is Jake Paul's new boxing fight. Have you heard anything about it?
No, I don't care
Okay,
about
so let me
him.
break it down for you.
Besides the story videos that are funny.
Let me break it down for you. So, no, all right. First of all, no matter what you think about Jake Paul, I think he's done good for the sport in terms of bringing more eyeballs to it, and he's definitely helped women's boxing, which I respect a lot. And he's made gyms and stuff for like kids and stuff to like kind of like draw their mind out of like all the crazy stuff in the world. So like I definitely respect him for that, and I don't think he's necessarily a bad fighter. I think he obviously has all the resources he needs to become the best he can be with all the money and stuff. He can get the best chef, the best trainers, the best gym, all that sort of stuff. But he is extremely cocky, and for someone who hasn't like he says he's like the goat and stuff. And yeah, in terms of like marketing and stuff, you can say he's like one of the most famous boxers currently. But in
He
terms
has
of
a,
like skill
yeah.
and stuff, he's not it, and obviously he's not going to be it because he hasn't had the amateur background of all these other professional fighters that went through like the mud and went through like all the stuff they had to been through. But he comes across as he's like the best to ever do it,
Yeah.
like the goat. But he's not.
He
Every
hasn't
single
won
fight.
anything significant.
So yeah, the reason why everyone like clowns at him and makes fun of him, and I don't know why he doesn't realize this, is he always goes into fights with people with like advantages. So like his advantages are always like he's the younger fighter, like him and Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was amazing at his prime, but Mike Tyson's was like 59 or 60 when they fought, and Jake Paul's like 20, 28, 29. So like it's not like how was that even a fair fight? That's not even fair, and that was extremely dangerous for Mike Tyson. And if it's not that, then it's wait. He was gonna
Mhm.
fight Gervonta Tank Davis, and Gervonta Tank Davis, I don't know if you know who he is, but
Mhm.
he's a very skilled fighter, and he has a lot of power, and he KOs everybody. He KO'd Ryan Garcia. He KO'd a bunch of people, and he's very skillful. But he fights at 135 pounds. You know
Mhm.
what Jake Paul fights at?
He's
200
thick.
pounds. That's 70-pound difference.
Mhm.
70 pounds. The more weight you have, the more power your punches usually have because you have more fat and muscle like are like you know
Mhm.
going through it, and more damage you can take usually. So
Mhm.
that's first of all that's a massive difference, and like he what I'm saying he always has an advantage. And also Tank was like 5'4", 5'5". Jake Paul's like above 6 foot, so his reach is like way bigger than Tank's.
That's a lie about his height, by the way. But it's okay.
Who, Jake?
Yeah, he's not above 6 foot.
He's like around there. I don't know exactly his height,
He's lying about his height if he said that. I know height.
but but basically Tank or Gervonta Tank Davis, he dropped out of the fight. They
Mhm.
canceled the fight because I don't know if you heard, Tank Davis was involved in another domestic violence case where he beat up a woman, supposedly dragged her. I haven't, allegedly, I haven't seen anything about it. I haven't like looked too deep into it, but that's basically what happened. And Jake Paul didn't want to do business with him because of that.
Mhm.
And the fight was supposed to happen in December.
Mhm.
So this was kind of like like a last minute change. So everyone thought like, oh, he's just gonna fight someone like later on next year. And then names started coming out saying who he is gonna fight, and he is gonna fight supposedly a reporter named Mike Compinger.
Mhm.
His reports are usually right. He says that him versus Anthony Joshua is a done deal. Now I don't know if you know who Anthony Joshua is, but Anthony Joshua is a heavyweight fighter. He's
Mhm.
one of the top 10 in the world. He's a little older. He's 37, I think. Mind you, Canelo's 36. So Anthony Joshua is not in his prime, but he's still top 10 in the world. He has crazy power. He's heavyweight, so he normally fights at like above 220 or around that weight. And in one of his recent fights with Francis Ngannou, he knocked out a 260-pound man, and he's 6'5". He's taller than Jake Paul. He's more skillful than Jake Paul. He has more experience than Jake Paul. He has more power than Jake Paul. So if this fight happens, Jake Paul literally has
Get
no
rocked.
advantage. Yeah, he has no advantage. So everyone is saying Jake Paul is literally going to get knocked out in the first 3 rounds, no doubt. Everyone is saying that, and everyone's saying if he survives past 3 rounds, it's an automatic like kind of like win for Jake. You know what I mean? In terms of
Mhm.
like he's actually like decent. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Or if he survives the whole fight, which would be extremely surprising, they say it would be like a win for Jake because he's there with like a really good boxer.
Mhm.
And I think Anthony Joshua is gonna knock him out if I'm being honest. And if that's like the actual fight that happens, if it's not official yet, like Jake Paul hasn't said it, or MVP hasn't said it, or Anthony Joshua hasn't said it, or DAZN or Eddie Hearn, but it's it sounds like it's gonna happen. And if it does, then good luck to Jake, man. He has the. It's funny because Eddie Hearn, I saw an interview of him, and he was saying that like if Jake Paul takes this fight, he's gonna have to walk to the ring with a wheelbarrow with his nuts on it because his nuts have to be so big to fight Anthony Joshua. It was just
Okay.
funny. And yeah, Eddie Hearn said that, I mean, AJ's last fight, he lost,
Mhm.
and Eddie Hearn, AJ's promoter, said that he wants AJ to do one last run for the title. So if you didn't know, previously AJ was a two-time heavyweight world champ, and he lost, but he wants to get his championship belts back. So he wants to do one last run to try to get it. So he needs a warm-up fight because he hasn't fought in a year. And that warm-up is Jake Paul. So he has a couple. I think the fight's gonna be December 12th or 19th. So he has a couple weeks to train, and we'll see how that works. And that's that. What are your thoughts, if you have any?
Sounds like
You
he's gonna
want to see
get
him get
knocked
knocked
out.
out?
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Why not? I don't really like fighting, but if we see Jake Paul get knocked out, cool. Sounds good to me. But
You don't like him?
no, I just don't. I don't care. Like, it's not my thing. I think he's cocky. I think he's doesn't
Yeah,
have
he's
the right
cocky.
to say that he's like I'm this good. Like, you haven't showed any significance.
Yeah.
Haven't won any significant belt or whatever it is. Like, for you to say
The
I'm the
the
goat, then show it that you're the goat. Like, fight these
the
real
the
people.
only the only fight he had a fair fight against was Tommy Fury, and he lost.
Hmm.
And you can say that fight's close, whatever. It doesn't matter if it's close or not. He lost. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's whether you win or lose, and he lost.
Yeah.
And
So
they haven't
we'll
fought
see.
since. So you know what I mean? And that's the only fair fight he's had.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. Another thing is Andrew Tate is coming into boxing. I don't know
Hmm.
if you heard about this.
No, but I don't understand how he's like. I'm sure he's gonna train and stuff, but he's a very frail looking man. So
He's not frail.
yeah,
Okay,
he does
so
look frail with that little head of his. Frail.
he's not frail. He's actually really toned. So basically,
Frail.
I don't know. I don't know if you know about Andrew Tate's past, but he was a champion in kickboxing. Actually, he had
Hmm.
80 fights, and I think he lost like 5 times. But he's experienced. He's experienced in fighting, and I don't know if you know about KSI's promotion, the Misfits. KSI basically made a promotion called Misfits that's basically influencer boxing where influencers fight. And KSI has been kind of inactive. And honestly, the only reason people watch that is to watch KSI fight. No one really watches. Well, it's not really like no one really watches like all the other fights to my knowledge. Like people do, but it's not like as popular as just watching KSI fight. So KSI has been active for a really long time because of some injury. So they're kind of doing this like WWE skit where like KSI's manager is like, oh, KSI has been inactive. I'm gonna need a new CEO, a new person, a new head of the company, and then Andrew Tate like picks up the phone and he's like, I'm the new CEO of the company. This is obviously like kind of like they're trying to build a storyline for
Hmm.
if and when Andrew Tate wins, it's gonna be him versus KSI. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? And Andrew Tate's 38 years old, so I don't think this run is gonna be long, but it's definitely exciting to see because he's extremely popular. He's probably one of the most famous people like in the world, to be honest. Everyone
Andrew
kind of knows
Tate
about him. Yeah, he like blew up
on
out
the
of nowhere,
internet.
all over social, yeah, on the internet, I
Not
guess.
worldwide famous though.
But like, he's he's fighting a guy named Chase Demore, and no offense to Chase Demore, I don't think he's gonna win. Not because he's not good, but because he's a little bit green. You know, he hasn't had the experience as Andrew Tate, and Andrew Tate he's not old. He's like 38, like I said. So I'm sure he still has some of it in him. So
Mm-hmm.
I think Andrew Tate's gonna beat him. But obviously, anything can happen in a fight. I think they're gonna fight in like the heavyweight division or like in the more heavier weight division. So in the more heavier weights, more knockouts happen because obviously the more heavier you weigh, the more harder you can punch usually.
Mm-hmm.
And besides that, we'll see what happens. You know, I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be watching because a lot of people want to see Andrew Tate get knocked out. A lot of people don't like him, and we'll see what happens. You know.
Yeah, we'll see. So, shouts to them in that fight.
Yeah, and then one last boxing thing I had in mind, and this is a quick topic. Sydney Sweeney is supposedly going to get into boxing. She's saying that she was in a movie about boxing. I don't know the name of it, but it was released recently, and I heard
Yeah.
that the box office numbers were terrible. Honestly, the marketing for that movie is horrible. I haven't seen one thing about it. I didn't even know she was in that movie until she said what she said about
Yeah.
boxing.
I just saw pictures like when they were filming it, but other since then, like I haven't seen anything about it.
Yeah, she basically had to train boxing for the movie, so she said she's been enjoying it. So because of that, she wants to do like an actual fight, and you know all the proceeds go to charity, and that sounds fun. You know, especially with the whole American Eagle debacle. I'm sure a lot of people would like to see her get beat up.
Yeah, that was like a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm that I think that would definitely make a lot of money. You know, but
Yeah, she was like going back to the American Eagle thing. Like she was usually interviewed, and she's like, I don't want to talk about it, and people were mad at her about it.
yeah,
like,
people were. Yeah, my sister was telling about it, but people were mad about it and stuff.
It's like
But
it's like a whatever you want to feel toward that, but my opinion on it either too like it's American Eagle campaign. Like yeah, you have to agree to what you're doing, but she was just given a script and she's reading it. At the end of the day, was there any malintent behind it? Possibly, because companies do that. Do I think that was the case personally? I don't think so, but we never know. So
yeah, I don't think there was any malintent towards it at all. Honestly, when people were mad about it, I was like, why are people mad about it? They're just talking about jeans. And then like my sister was like, they means like her jeans because she has blonde hair and blue eye. I'm like, dude, like you serious? Like people are just trying to find things to hate on. You know what I mean?
because like
they're looking too deep into something that's simple. You know what I mean?
again, like stuff like that does happen where it's like hidden messages. But do I think that was the case? Like no, I think she's one of the most pretty girl actresses out there. Like people like her, men like her, women like her. She just happens to have blonde hair, blue eyes. Does that mean that she's the type of number one being on this planet because she has blonde hair and blue eyes? No. But she's like, I have good genes because she does have good genes. She's a pretty girl. So like realistically, and she's an American Eagle genes. Like American Eagle genes are good genes. Like I feel like that was the connection there.
They're cheap too.
But we never know.
Because jeans are expensive.
Cheap too.
They're cheap. Jeans are expensive. They're like
Yeah.
$80. But American Eagle, I think like 60, 50.
Yeah, but I don't know. But some people are like, oh, like she didn't comment on it. But again, like going back to what Louis Tomlinson said, like she's like, I don't want like she doesn't have to talk about it. She did the commercial.
Yeah, no,
Whatever happened. You know, whether it was supposed to be meant that way or not, you kind of move on from it. But yeah.
So the next topic I have is the GTA 6 delay.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard about it?
Yeah. Not surprising. It's been every time it gets announced, it gets delayed. So
GTA 6 has been delayed. I think it's going to be towards the end of the year. Towards the end of 2026, I believe. And
next year,
obviously
couple months
people
or
are upset
whatever.
about it. And GTA 6 is a game that is, I don't even know how to. It's like above gaming. Like it's like the one game that's like it's a trend. It's not like it's more than a game. You know what I mean? Like everyone talks about it, and it's kind of like from a gamer's point of view, it's kind of like like maybe I'm an elitist or whatever you call it. But like it's kind of annoying seeing some people like for example like Speed. He's like, oh, GTA 6 got delayed again. Like Speed isn't really a gamer, bro. Like why? Like there's a streamer called Aiden Ross. He's like, I can't wait for GTA 6 to come out. You're not a gamer. People are so excited. People play like NBA. You know what I mean? Like and people who play NBA and they only play NBA. They're not gamers. That's like okay, like you play games, cool, but you're not like a gamer. That's like saying I play Candy Crush and I'm a gamer. You're not. Yeah, it's a game. It's a mobile game, but it's not like. You're not a gamer. And like GTA 6 is such a trend now. Everyone's talking about it and stuff. It's gonna like when GTA 6 comes out, it's gonna be a massive deal. You're gonna see it everywhere. It's probably gonna break records, to be honest, because like GTA 6, everyone's talking about it. You're gonna see all over Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. You see everyone talking about it on every podcast. You see streamers playing it. It's gonna be the number one thing in the world for like at least a week, and like
More, I feel like
everyone's
more
talking
than
about.
that.
No, and GTA 6, I don't even know if you know about like the gaming monetization space, but like everyone in the gaming industry, I feel like is eyeing GTA 6 because like that's like a nuke, right? For example, right? If you're releasing a game, you do not want to release it near GTA 6. You're like, when is GTA 6 coming out? Because I'm not releasing my game during that time because everyone's gonna be playing GTA 6 and my game's not gonna get any attention. And not only that, like everyone's eyeing it for like the price because every company is so greedy. It is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Like Nintendo. Nintendo, most of their games are not like they just slap Mario and people buy it. Like Mario games are good, but they're not like $80. Like, get out of here. You know what I mean? Like some of their games are good, but like the Pokemon's EA game, that game is not worth $80. Like, and people just buy it because it's Nintendo. Like, oh, it's Nintendo, let me buy it. Like the greed is like insane. And the Nintendo Switch 2, the specs are not great, and they and they cost so much. And like even the AAA games, it costs $70. Like that's so much. And it's like for what you get from it, and they also include monetization inside the like games itself. It's like unbelievable. So like GTA 6, every single corporate head is gonna be looking at it because GTA 6 is the one game that can come out and say, for example, GTA 6 is gonna be $100. It doesn't matter. Everyone's gonna buy that game if it's $100. You know what I mean? That game could be 150. People will still buy it because GTA 6 is such a trend. Everyone's gonna be talking about it. Everyone's gonna be playing it. It's gonna be the thing for like a month. You know what I mean? A week or whatever.
Yeah,
So
like what?
if people see GTA 6 get away with $100, you're gonna see other companies like PlayStation, Xbox, like Nintendo. They're gonna be like, oh, GTA 6 can do it for $100. Let's raise our prices to $100. And the whole gaming community is gonna be like, yo, that's why indie games are the thing now because they're usually free. They usually are cheaper and they provide more quality because they have more love into them versus like people that are on top of these companies that just looking at money first and then the player second. No, the player first and then money follows. That's how it works. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Something like GTA that's been. When's the last one? Like 2013,
It was
something
like
around
11
there.
years ago.
Like,
Yeah.
I get that it's gonna be because it was like price predictions, like 100, even more money than $100. That makes sense to me because it's taken this long, and how many people have worked on it. But like going to the, like I was talking to my other friend, like when I started going to film his podcast was like 3 years ago. I remember him talking about GTA 6 since 3 years ago, and it's been delayed this much. He's like, I can't wait for it.
No.
And they're talking about the price and whatnot. But like with the Nintendo stuff, like my brother loves Pokemon and he gets hyped for it. Like it's not something that's released all the time. So
no, but like
I understand with the pricing.
No, you understand with the price, but no matter what happens, like let's say that Mario game comes out or
We don't play Mario
Pokemon game, he still gets it. Like I'm not saying like it's a bad thing. I'm just saying I think they overprice.
Comes with bundles. Like the Switch was with a bundle with Mario was like maybe $50 more or something. Like, but he doesn't buy every game. He buys the game that he likes. Like he likes Pokemon. He'll buy all the Pokemon games. Mario stuff.
Yeah,
but get Mario Kart. That's it.
That's what I'm saying though. Like Nintendo is very they know their audience. They know like a Pokemon game is coming out. They're gonna buy it because it's Pokemon. You know
but they're all different though. Like Pokemon's not always Pokemon. Like it's different. Every game is different from the the previous Pokemon.
I don't think every game is different, but I know what you mean. Like there's differences in some
different
of the
maps,
but like for
different
example,
storylines, different Pokemon.
The recent game that came out, Pokemon ZA. I don't know if you saw any gameplay of it, but that shit looks like the buildings are like 2D. Like you can't. It's a 3D game, but the buildings are 2D, and the render distance is so awful. It's like $80. Get out of here.
You might better
despicable.
send me
You know what I mean? I can't.
screenshots of it. Who's playing it? He's like, look at my character.
No,
I think it looked
it
fine.
does not.
I watched it on the
No, not for
TV.
not for $80. It's not fine. I'm be honest.
But
With you,
what
not
do
for
you
$80.
expect? Pokemon's supposed to look like a game. It's not supposed to look realistic.
No, I don't expect it to look realistic, but it can't. You can't be in a 3D world and have 2D like buildings. Like
What
it
is
doesn't
a
make sense.
2D? Let me find this.
There's a lot of gameplay of
I
it,
didn't.
like 2D
I
buildings.
saw it on. He played it on his TV from his Switch.
But
This is
yeah.
on the
Are you
Switch. I'll literally send you the picture right now. Like
you
it
wanna
looks
continue to
like
top?
it looks like a Switch. It would be played on a Switch. It's not no PS5. I just sent it to you.
Okay, I'm gonna look at this.
But it looks like a game that would be played on a console like that. I don't think it looks bad.
It looks
Jared
bad, bro.
Ghost or something like that.
Jared
It's
Ghost.
floating behind him.
So that's so GTA 6. Like I said, if it releases with $100, you know, like I honestly expect it to be released with like more than like at least $70. You know what I mean? If it's $100, I wouldn't be surprised. But if people see GTA 6 get away with it, like I said, the corporate heads are gonna be like, oh, maybe we can get away with it too, and then they're gonna raise their prices. I have a feeling that's what's gonna happen.
But even if you think about like inflation, right? Like my games I got were DS games, right? Like those games back in 2006, whenever it was, like those games were $40. So if you really think about inflation, it's not much different. Personally, like I don't think like compared to what it was. Like if I got Nintendogs, Nintendogs was $40 to play with damn dogs that looked like ass.
Yeah, but
Hello?
you're
Are
not.
you connected?
Yeah, hello. No, no,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but like for a long time, $60 was the norm, and then they raised it to $70, and now
But it
like
comes with inflation. Everything's more money.
no, I know that, but that's like it's you cannot charge that much for an unfinished game that says, oh, we're gonna release updates later that are gonna finish the game, and then have monetization in the game where you have to buy skins, you can't earn it in the game. Like it's just too much. Like you're like, why is there so much like? It's not a finished game. It's not like, oh, you can play this game, you do this challenge, you get a skin. No, you go in the game, hey, in a month we're going to release this new map. And then there's a skin you could buy, but you can't unlock it in the game. You need $20 to unlock it. You know what I mean? It's just like, why are you, at that point, why am I buying the game for full price? You know what I mean?
I don't know. We'll
Just,
see.
just going ahead with that, I want to talk about Steam. Steam is an incredible company. Valve, Steam, amazing. Do you know the game Portal?
Curdle?
Portal.
Oh, Portal? No.
Portal. Well, one of the most popular PC games of all time. One of the best PC games of all time. Portal. It's a puzzle game with portals. And Steam and Valve made that game. And, dude, everyone is annoyed with Steam. They're saying that Steam is a monopoly. Or other, like, big corporate heads are saying Steam is a monopoly. But the thing is, if you look at it from a consumer point of view, Steam is literally doing nothing different, and they're winning. Because Steam puts the consumer first. The other companies, like PlayStation, like Xbox, like all these other companies, like Epic and all, not even Epic, like just other companies that are building clients, they always put themselves first in terms of money. They never put the players first. They always put some BS behind it. And that's why with the Steam console, everyone's excited about it. Everyone's making fun of it because it's just the cube. So everyone's calling it the GameCube. And, but it looks awesome, and I'm pretty excited about it. You could basically play all Steam games on it, which is just most games, and I think it's gonna do amazing. And
How much is it?
No one knows. No one knows.
Oh.
The price has not been released. They came out and said it's not a console, but everyone's gonna refer to it as a console. They came out and said this is like a PC, like an affordable PC, but everyone's gonna refer to it as a console. But,
So you still need like all the accessories plus that? Like everything's so separate?
No, it's like a console. You're gonna get it. You plug it into your TV. You plug it into the wall.
You
get
need
a
like controllers and stuff? Okay.
Yeah, it comes with a controller. The controller looks funky. Like if you just look it up now, like I don't know how, but whatever. You know, we'll see how it is. But I don't know how much it's gonna be. People are saying if it's 400, it's gonna dominate. If it's 700, it's gonna be too much. I don't know how much it's gonna be. But the one thing they said is that you don't have to pay for online, which is amazing. I don't know if you know, PlayStation, Xbox, well, PlayStation recently, but Xbox as well. You have to pay just to play online. Like, I think it's like a subscription, like $50 a month or whatever, just to play online. It's something like crazy, or $20 a month. Like, it's just Steam saying we're not doing that. You just get the console and you can play. Like I said, Steam is always consumer first, and that's why they're one of the most successful like companies, because they care about their consumers and they care about the pricing and all that stuff. And then even if you look at Steam, I know you don't play Steam, but like let's say like me and you are playing a game together. I'm like, hey Nicole, I want to play this game. It's called Split Fiction. Split Fiction is an amazing game, but you're like, oh, I'm not sure about that game, Freddie. I'm like, all right, let's play it. If you play and if you play less than 2 hours, you can just you can get a refund. Like, hey, I don't like this game. Why? I just don't like it, and you get a full refund back. Steam is always there looking out for its consumers and stuff, and I think that's what makes it great. You know what I mean?
Shout
And I
out to
think
Steam.
I think more companies need to do that, because a lot of companies are always about greed and like price gouging. Even like fast food areas, they're like price gouging and all that stuff. Like, it's so much. And
Price gouging is illegal.
I mean, that's what I feel like McDonald's doing, bro. That
With
stuff
what?
is crazy. What do you mean what? It's like the price of like.
You don't have the app. I get free stuff all the time.
Oh, I need the app so I don't get
It's
price
a free
gouged.
app. It's not price gouging though.
I need an app to not get price gouged.
How's McDonald's price gouging?
They're
holding their chicken nuggets hostage.
their prices are the same as like restaurant food, where like
No,
you
they
sit
are
down.
not.
Yeah, like Applebee's or like Chili's
Are
and stuff like that. You kidding
crazy?
me? Yes, they are.
You get a meal at McDonald's, it's $10. You go to Applebee's and Chili's, that's $22.
What? Get out of here. No. In Applebee's and Chili's, you can get 2 cheeseburgers with
If
an
you do that,
appetizer
but by
for
itself,
free
no.
for less than $30. For less than $30. McDonald's, you get 2 medium fries, 20-piece chicken nugget, and like a Big Mac, and that would be like $25. It would be almost the same.
I'm not even kidding you. There's a promo right now. You get 2 large fries, 2 drinks, and 20-piece chicken nugget. For I think it's $9. Let me pull it up.
All right, man.
Why wouldn't you download
a
free app? It takes nothing. It takes your email address and you get free
Oh, I'm
stuff
sorry.
all the
I
time.
have to download an app to
Who
not be price
cares? It's not price gouging. Do you even know the definition of price gouging? I don't think so.
Maybe I don't.
What do you
Maybe I
think
don't.
price gouging is?
When the company raises the prices a lot, but they can lower it, but they don't want to, because they know that the consumer will buy it anyways.
No, price gouging is, say I go to Walmart and then I go to Home Depot, and Home Depot's the same exact item. Like, Home Depot's charging like $80 compared to Walmart's charging $2. But because you're at Home Depot and using like Home Depot, like, I'm gonna charge this price. Like, that's what they're doing with the masks during COVID. They were making masks like $50 when they're really only like, they were driving up the price because this product is so high demand when they're really only $5. That's price gouging.
This webcam before COVID, it was like $30. After COVID, it was like $80.
That's price gouging.
It's not even that. It's crazy.
Can't price gouge chicken nuggets. No one really wants them that much. But no, download the app on McDonald's. Shout out to McDonald's. There's a lot of offers.
Well, I could always just use you. I could be like, hey, you have that.
Free Big Mac. Free Big Mac with a minimum purchase of $2.
All right, that's all my topics. You have anything else you want to say?
Free fries. Free 10-piece chicken nuggets or McCrispy. Free medium fries with purchase of $1. You could spend $1 and get a medium fry. You could spend $2 and get a Big Mac. You can get a small fry and a Big Mac and spend $3. You're telling me that's expensive? Get the app.
I'm sorry. All right. I have to get an app so I don't get overcharged and get free stuff. Okay.
It's not overcharged. Chicken nuggets are $5.
They are not $5. A 20-piece chicken nugget, like $10, girl, at least.
So what? That's 20 chicken nuggets. Look, $9.39 right here. 20-piece chicken nugget, 2 large fries, $9.39. There you go. Take yourself out to dinner.
Money. Maybe you got money, but
last night I got McDonald's, right? Guess what I bought?
What'd you get?
Got a large fry and a cheeseburger. I think it was like $3.50. because, well, no, what's the cheeseburger is like probably like $1.50 plus it was $1 or $2 any size fry. I got a large. So I spent like under $4 for a large fry and cheeseburger. Can't beat that. Can't get that at Applebee's
Okay.
for a
alright.
dry, nasty burger.
I like Applebee's. You have to just say it or Applebee's.
No, but yeah. So that's all I have for today. I think that's all you have for
that's all we
today.
have. Yeah. I think we talked a lot and we had good conversations throughout.
Yeah. So we'll be here next week, maybe, probably. I don't know. We'll see.
Most likely.
So yeah, we'll see you next week. This has been the FM podcast with
Fredy
and Nicole. Peace out.
Peace.